What happened?
Bullets flying through the air, aimed at former President Donald Trump as he hosts a rally in Pennsylvania Saturday. Secret Service agents rushed in to move the former president, but former White House advanceman Ralph Wonders describes the fact we're even seeing agents means something went wrong.
I admire the guys enormously, worked hand in glove with them. They are some of the most sacrificing, but there were also catastrophic failures in the protection of Trump, because for a president and presidential candidate to get shot in the ear obviously belies the fact that there were enormous amount of failures.
Wonders served under President Reagan, who survived his own assassination attempt in 1981, and says the main issue at Trump's rally could be the lack of communication.
Their radios are on a special frequency, so the local cops couldn't have just gotten on, the mic to the Secret Service to tell them. That's the first problem.
Another problem, the number of people in attendance.
The problem is if you're going into large events like that, they're very difficult environments to protect, and you need to make sure that you've covered every inch of security.
As the Secret Service swooped into action, shock set into people at the rally as they realized what happened. Then here back home in Southwest Florida, more shock set in as the news spread across the country. Secret Service says the shooter fired multiple shots from an elevated position outside the rally, more than 130 yards away.
One of the failures was for that guy to have gotten on the roof, called out to people. I mean, there were actually people that saw him, called it to the attention of the local police department.
I happened to be watching it. It was a shock, It's like I said, I mean, he just turned his head just a little bit at the last second.
A head turn that could have saved Trump's life.
That was my very first thought, is if it caught his ear, that much of a head turn, we'd be telling a different story right now.
Former President Trump says the bullet hit the upper part of his right ear. Secret Service says they were able to kill the shooter, 20-year-old Matthew Thomas Crooks. I'm local along Fowler Street, Sarah Mankiewicz, NBC2.